When you think of Jack Tatum, you think of Ohio State football. I was in high school when he was playing here at Ohio State. So the two guys that I guess I marveled at all the time were Jack Tatum and Rex Kern. Everyone had to love Jack Tatum, the way he played. He gave us the brand of Ohio State defense that we've enjoyed for many, many years to follow.
Woody told us that when we came to Ohio State, we'd make lifetime friends out of our teammates, and Jack was just one of those super people, an incredible athlete who had the most outstanding ability to explode into an offensive guy. I remember when we were playing in the Rose Bowl, he caught OJ at the goal line and stopped him, preventing him from going in for the score, and Tate's one of those great people, and we miss him greatly.
Well, I think anybody that's come through here has got a good idea of who Jack Tatum is. Obviously, we've got a big hit of the week named after him. We've got a sign hanging up, and I think every year he'd come back for the Michigan game, and he gave a little talk there at senior tackle. And so his history, his legacy is well known throughout the players from the time I was here, and it'll be long past that.
You know, every time Jack spoke to the team, he had a presence about him. And you could see in his eyes and you could hear in his voice what it meant. And he was able to have that presence every time he spoke to the Buckeyes of what it meant to play in the game.
Well, I mean, his physicality really was something that set him apart. You know, he really defined the Raider image when he was with them, and you know, he kind of set the tone for what we expect out of our defensive backs and really all the players on our team in terms of physicality. You know, he'd come in for the biggest games, you know, the Michigan games, and if we had a big out-of-conference game, he'd come in for that and speak to the team. And you know, he's the guy that everybody in the country really respects because he was such a tough guy, such a tough player, and he really, like I said, he could change a whole ball game with one collision. This is how he could do it.
He was the benchmark. When you were a safety coming into Ohio State, he was the benchmark that you were aspiring to become. And at the time, no matter what you did, nothing was ever as good as what Jack Tatum could have done.
To see him come in and talk to us, it was a surreal feeling. You're already ready to go. It's Ohio State, Michigan. You got butterflies. You just want to go out there and play, and to see a guy like Jack Tatum, a historian, a guy that defined defense, defined hard hitting, to define passion of football, it just made it that much more special.
He was a great football player, one of the most intense ball players I ever saw, great talent. When he got drafted as a senior, I knew that of all the guys on our team, that Jack Tatum was meant to be an Oakland Raider, and that when they made him a free safety, that somebody would get hurt because of the way he hit.
Every place he went, I'll tell you what, he set a standard was still yet to be met in many places.
Jack was one of my best friends. I miss him dearly. We were both very, very proud to play for and go to school at a wonderful institution.
He's been really a lead person in terms of the game of football, the battle with diabetes. He was always there for everyone, whether it was in terms of getting ready for a football game or raising funds for diabetes, or maybe most important, raising awareness. He lived life the way it should be lived. We miss Jack Tatum, there's no question.